This is your host, Clip by the Club Level Sports Bar, live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. And today, legends, I will get you guys right. The G-Men have taken out the Seals for the first time, 17-12. I will talk with you guys of the War Games results from last night. I'll talk with you guys about the WWE Tribute to the Troops results, the 18th annual WWE Tribute to the Troops results. I'm going to talk with you guys about the fact that the Packers taking out the Eagles, by the way, 30 to 16. 30 to 16. By the way, everybody just do 400 pass touchdowns in that game. I'll talk with you guys about the fact that the Chiefs taking on the Broncos. Errol Spence Jr. retaining his titles, by the way, this past week. I'll talk with you guys also about the UFC Vegas 16 results. Make sure being a Formula F2 champ, by the way. Killing LeBron James, rocking a COVID mask while in his black Porsche 918 Spider run, costing $845K, by the way, after he entering Tampa Bay and Giselle's Brookline, Massachusetts mansion. By the way, I'll tell you what that is and who that perpetrator is, or because they're gonna face him for sure. I'll talk with you guys also about the fact that let's see what we got here. Brittany Matthews purchased stake at the NWSL to bring a women's soccer team to KC, by the way. And Emma Brian Honor was arrested in a King Pro, by the way, for sure. Not looking good there. And that will be all. And also Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, they have their first kid named Raux, by the way. Also, after controversial blitz call, by the way, or a pathetic blitz call for sure. So that will be all this I'll have for today, everybody, and that's all there is you need to know. So first things first, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna start things off that I'm in a good mood today. The G-Men have taken down the Seahawks 17-12. That was their first win. That's their first win against the Seahawks. The G-Men they've never been the Seahawks at all. So this is the first win for the G-Men. That's the first time to see the G-Men taking the Seahawks. Russell Wilson wasn't himself. McCoy was 13-22 catching attempts, 105 passing yards, 1 touchdown interception, 2 carries and rushing yards, and sacks. Wayne Gallman had 16 carries, 135 rushing yards. Alfred Morris had 8 carries, 39 rushing yards, reception and 6 receiving yards. Evan Engram had 4 receptions and 32 receiving yards. Golden Tate and 30 receiving yards. Sterling Shepard had 1 reception and 22 receiving yards. Darius Slayton had 1 reception and 14 receiving yards. Russell Wilson had 27-43 catching attempts, 263 passing yards, 1 touchdown interception, sacked 5 times, 7 carries, and 45 rushing yards. Chris Carson had 13 carries, 65 rushing yards, 3 receptions, and 45 receiving yards. DK Metcalf had 5 receptions and 80 receiving yards. Ty Lockett had 6 receptions and 63 receiving yards. Will Disley had 4 receptions and 28 receiving yards. And Jacob Hollister had 3 receptions and 20 receiving yards. So I'm surprised because honestly, I thought the G-Men were going to be. I thought for a moment the G-Men were going to be done for, but I was wrong because the G-Men their record is 5-7 now, and I'll tell you this right now: the G-Men they're still top seed in the NFC East, even though it's a terrible division. But I think it's safe to say the G-Men they could win the next couple of games, to say the very least. They may be able to win these next couple of games. I mean, they've had a win streak since 2016. G-Men right now are on a 4-game win streak. And yes, some people are going to call that a bit of an upset. I don't call this a bit of an upset. I really don't. I just call it a massive win for the G-Men because I think it's safe to say that the G-Men right now are going to win the NFC East. I'll tell you right now, I mean, they got the Cardinals next. They got the Ravens. They got the Browns. And they got those pathetic Cowboys. So safe to say that I think that Colt McCoy, he missed it where he's at. Because I mean, Joe Judge might, because he's brilliant at what he does. He's the right coach for that. He's the right coach. Because I'll say right now, because with that kind of offense and defense, my goodness, what a brilliant mind Joe Judge is. I'll give him credit to the G-Man's Giants defense stepped up. They put pressure on Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was sacked 5 times. Russell Wilson wasn't in himself. I mean, the Seahawks are 8-4. I never thought that was ever going to ensue. But I'm in a good one right now, because the G-Men, they're still top seed in the NFC East. And that's the best things that ever happened. That's the blessing in disguise right there. I'll tell you that right now. So if you guys can talk all you want, but at the end of the day, the G-Men are going to reign supreme as the NFC East champs once again, like they were in the past. And they're gonna go on to win and they're gonna go on to in the playoffs, and they'll lose in the playoffs. Well, and they'll wind up losing the playoffs anyway. But it won't. But it's not. But the question that we need to ask ourselves is: could Colt McCoy really be an MVP candidate? Now, even though Danny Dimes is out with a hamstring injury, by the way, is it safe to say that Colt McCoy is going to replace Danny Dimes, and that Danny Dimes can lose his quarterback job to Colt McCoy? Because it seems like Colt McCoy is playing pretty better, for sure. I'll tell you that. And my goodness, I didn't think that was ever going to ensue. Russell Wilson was pressured like never before. Russell Wilson wasn't even himself in that game. Jimmy, they beat the Seahawks by 5 points. I mean, 5 points. I'm surprised that they won that. I'm surprised that Jimmy won this game. I thought that Jimmy were going to be done for, but I did not think that was going to ensue. But my goodness, I'm surprised myself. I'm surprised they're top seed in the NFC East. Because even though the G-Men, they had a terrible record, they weren't playoff favorites. But obviously, needless to say, they're playoff favorites anyway. They're playoff favorites as of right now, this year, and for 2021. But their road to the Super Bowl won't be that easy. It's not going to be. This is not easy. This is not some ordinary cakewalk. It's really not. All right. So really, the G-Men, I mean, my goodness, they took out a former Super Bowl MVP, Russell Wilson. And I did not think that was ever going to happen. I mean, I was impressed by the G-Men putting pressure on Russell Wilson, which I was. I mean, Russell Wilson was sacked like 5 times. He was sacked in the final quarter of that game. And Russell Wilson had that ball intercepted. But oh my goodness, their defense is so ineffective. If they keep that kind of momentum, because this kind of momentum they're going to need come playoffs. And they're still top seed in the NFC East. You can say whatever you want, everybody. But at the end of the day, the G-Men, they're going to reign supreme, win the NFC East. And they'll get to the playoffs. And they'll probably get a win, I guess. But, they'll probably make it to the playoffs, by the way. But would you consider the G-Men with Colt McCoy as underdog still? Because the G-Men, last I checked, they're 2-time or 3-time Super Bowl champs. But if you have Colt McCoy there, that will be something else. I think pretty much they would have to keep Colt McCoy, I guess. And pretty much, they've won like the last 4 games. I never thought that was gonna happen. I never thought that was ever gonna happen. I mean, was anybody predicting the G-Men defeating the Seahawks? I mean, the first quarter it was like 17-5. My goodness, the Seahawks were just terrible in that game. Absolutely just terrible. They didn't dominate the way they looked. The offense was a little off a bit. They didn't make a comeback. They tried to come back, but it wasn't enough. The defense Giants' defense was way too much, and their offense too. It was just so ineffective. How exactly are you going to obtain that? Russell Wilson, the Seals. Russell Wilson, the Seals were straight up embarrassed. I mean, embarrassed. I'm just laughing, and I'm sorry, Russell Wilson. If you're sitting that somewhere, you gotta be crying to your wife Sierra, by the way, because she's probably in a foul mood, despite the fact that, and you, Russell Wilson, are probably in a foul mood, despite the fact that you just lost your touch, and you thought you're going to take on the G-Men. Well, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. The G-Men took you guys out. So the Seahawks, I mean, they may be top seed in the NFC and NFC West, but they just aren't getting to where they're at. I mean, they have an 8-4 record, though. I mean, look, the G-Men, they only beat the terrible teams, but I never thought the G-Men were going to beat a good team in the Seahawks. Oh my goodness. They just beat, I mean, that's the first time they beat a good team in the Seahawks. The former Super Bowl champs. Are you kidding? Like, where did that even come from? I mean, I'm in a good mood for sure that the G-Men just put a beat on the Seahawks because Russell Wilson wasn't himself, wasn't throwing the ball around him much. He wasn't pressured too much, wasn't getting sacked a lot, forcing too many turnovers. And my goodness, I never thought that was going to ensue. But my goodness, the G-Men, congrats to the G-Men on their win against the Seahawks. I mean, they're on a 4-game win streak, by the way. They got a game against the Cardinals, the Kyler Murray. They got the Browns. They got Lamar Jackson, the Rams, if he makes it. And they got those pathetic Cowboys. But my goodness, G-Men, I mean, they're 5-7. Their record's pretty, but they don't disappoint now and Ben. They don't disappoint at all. So the G-Men, they didn't disappoint with that performance. My goodness. They weren't playing poor as when they used to be. Oh no, they weren't playing so terrible. I mean, they may have been a terrible team though, but not so terrible. But they're not playing so terrible. Oh no, they're playing pretty good so far. I'll tell you that. If they keep this kind of momentum, there's a legitimate chance they can win the NFC East. They're top seed in the NFC East, but if they win the next couple of games, you'll know that they're going to win the NFC East. Because I think it's say the G-Men are the favorites to win the NFC, heavy favorites to win the NFC East. Anyway, so take like it or not, they could be like probably, I don't know, 10-7, I guess, or 9-7. That is 9-7. But what are they going to be 9-7 when they get to the playoffs? I mean, when they win this East and make the playoffs. That's the question you guys can ask yourself. So, congrats to G-Men on their win. They rubbed it on the faces of Russell Wilson, the Seahawks, and DK Metcalf. So, sorry, Pete Carroll. Sorry about that, but clearly, that feels like Russell Wilson. Not a chance, because I never thought that was going to happen. The G-Men got the win yesterday, and I'm surprised they did, but I was relieved. So I'm in a good mood about it. I'm in a good mood about that, which I am, by the way. So clearly that's best news. Yeah, that's music to my ears, which it is. So congrats, G-Men. You'll get your other 4 wins for sure. And that's best news. Yeah, I can tell you that right now. So that's the best news yet. Also, ladies, I want to address you guys about the War Games results, by the way, from last night. Team Candice defeats Team Blackheart. In the shots of Blackheart had a huge thing. It was a huge thing, but I'll tell you that. But Team Candice took out Team Shotzi Blackheart. Tommaso Ciampa defeats Timothy Thatcher. Dexter Lumis defeats Cameron Grimes in a strap match. Johnny Gargano, or Johnny 3-time, walked out as a 3-time NXT North American Champ, by the way. One of the ghost faces was revealed to be Austin Theory. Then, Undisputed Era, they took out Pat McAfee's team. Pat McAfee and still that piece of trash, Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Oni Lorcan at War Games. So those, ladies and gents, are your War Games results from last night. Will be the fallout from NXT come this Wednesday on USA Network. Also, guys, I want to point this out. Now, we did see Raquel Gonzalez put Io Shirai through a ladder, and she did pin the NXT Women's Champ Io Shirai. The question is that we need to ask ourselves is Raquel Gonzalez a legitimate threat to the NXT Women's title? That's the one question we need to ask ourselves here, people. Because Raquel Gonzalez she's been overlooked at way too long. I say the same, even though she's had Io Shirai's potential challenges in Rhea Ripley, who she's already beaten. Charlotte Flair, she's already taken out. Potential challengers in Raquel Gonzalez. She did put Io Shirai to that ladder, and she pinned her to get the team for the win. So the real question we need to ask ourselves is Raquel Gonzalez a legitimate threat to the NXT Women's title? Well, clearly, indeed, she is. And that happens somewhere down the road. Oh man, what a huge loss that's going to be. That'll be a huge loss. That'll be a devastating loss. I'll tell you that right now. So clearly, Raquel Gonzalez did pin the NXT Women's Champ, Io Shirai, at War Games, Women's War Games last night. So we may as well see Io Shirai defend the NXT Women's title against Raquel Gonzalez. It could happen this Wednesday night and USA Network, or next couple weeks, I guess, or in 2021. You never know. So that's one question we got to ask ourselves. I want to point that out, ladies and gents, because Raquel Gonzalez is going to get her opportunity. And I think it's interesting that Raquel Gonzalez is indeed going to be a future NXT Women's Championship. I mean, Io Shirai is taking on Dakota Kai. She's for the NXT Women's title against Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair. And that's all there is. Even in a non-title match, Shotzi Blackheart, by the way, it was absolutely favorite to be in the NXT Women's title picture. Even Toni Storm, even Ember Moon as well. But my goodness, I gotta tell you, Raquel Gonzalez pinning the NXT Women's Champ Io Shirai. My goodness, if you guys check it out, guys, check it out. So that's all there is for that, everybody. Those are your War Games results, by the way, and that's all there is to it. Also, ladies and gents, I want to get you guys to the Tribute to the Troops results. You saw the Street Profits, Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy, and 619 Rey Mysterio. They defeated Elias, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, the Boss, Sasha Banks, SmackDown Women's Champ, and Bianca Belair defeated Bayley and Natalya, and Drew McIntyre defeats The Miz. Those are your 18th annual WWE Tribute to the Troops results, everybody, and that's all there is you need to know. So that's all there is for that. Also, from yesterday's games, you saw the Vikings defeat the Jags 27-24. The Saints defeat the Falcons 21-16. Lions defeat the Bears 34-30. The Browns defeat the Titans 41-35. Colts defeat the Texans 26-20. Raiders defeat the Jets 31-28. Dolphins defeat the Bengals 19-7. Pats murdered the Chargers 45-zip. Packers defeated the Eagles 30-16. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he threw 400 career passing touchdowns in that game. My goodness, that's amazing right there. Rams defeated the Cardinals 38-28. Super Bowl champs, the Chiefs Kingdom, they defeated the Broncos 22-16. So those are your results right there, everybody, for that. And those are your games right there. So best news yet, I can tell you that much. So those games from that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, that Jets defensive coordinator Greg Williams got released from the Jets from those puny Jets after that pathetic blitz call. And clearly they got a Jets kind of cornerback by the name of Lamar Jackson. I knew Lamar Jackson. Really? I mean, it's Lamar Jackson as a Ravens MVP quarterback, and you got Lamar Jackson as a cornerback with the Jets. Are you kidding me? 3rd and down. Like, are you really? Like, come on. Like, the Jets are a terrible team. They're a dumpster fire team. You went off a failed blitz call, and yet you couldn't get in there. Guys, the Jets are dumpster fire. They need to get rid of Adam Gase. I'm sorry, Adam Gase, he needs to go. I'm sorry. Greg Williams is done. Adam Gase is the next guy to get released. I'm sorry. The Jets are just a terrible team. They're a mess. So that's all there is you need to know, everybody, on that. Also, ladies and gents, that cops arrested a homeless individual by name of Zanini Sinus, by the way, for breaking into Tampa Bay, Tom Brady and Giselle's Brookline, Massachusetts mansion, by the way. Now, he did steal a TB12 jersey from the Pats Hall of Fame exhibit, by the way, in the Foxborough. He tried to stuff that jersey under his shirt along with the glove and make a break for it, by the way. Sinus was lying on the couch in the middle of the room. He will be arrested and charged for entering at a night with intent to commit felony and attempted larceny and trespassing, by the way. If he's convicted, he gets jail time forever. Now, the 12,112 square foot mansion on 5 acres is for sale, but it's still off the market. The exact price is very unclear, by the way. It was listed at $34 million. So, basically, this piece of trash has been arrested and charged, by the way, for breaking and entering, trespassing, larceny. So, that is pretty much all there is for that. Now, Tom Bay and Giselle moved out of that home, and they moved to Tampa Bay, by the way. So nobody was home for sure. I can tell you that much. So that's all there is for that. And if he's convicted of these charges, he gets jail time forever. So that's all there is for that, everybody. Just for that. So that's all you need to know just for now. That's all you need to know for now. That's all you need to know just for now. Also, ladies and gents, that this is an interesting part. Breakdancing, surfing, skateboarding, breakdancing or breaking, skateboarding, surfing, and rock climbing are going to be sports included for the Paris 2024 Olympics. So that's the best news yet. Tell you that much. So that's best news yet. There's sports, by the way, for Paris 2024 Olympics and in Paris. So that's the best news yet. Also, it's just that King LeBron James rocked a COVID mask while he was riding his black Porsche 918 Spider ride that costing age of $45K. So that's best news yet. So he's a four-time NBA champ, four-time Finals MVP. Best news yet. He's rocking that ride. He's the king of LA. We all know that for sure. I'll tell you that much. Best news yet. The guy's on Porsche. So check it out for yourselves, guys. He's the king of LA, riding, and that's all there is. So to this kingdom, this is yard. That's all it is. So best news yet. Also, ladies and gents, that Mick Schumacher is the Formula F2 champ. Congrats to him on that. Best news yet to him. Also, ladies and gents, that Errol Spence Jr. retained his titles against Danny Garcia and by unanimous decision. So congrats to him on that. Also, this relations. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna wonder how this is gonna ensue. Floyd Money Mayweather, he's gonna come out of retirement, by the way, and he's taking on Logan Paul in a super exhibition bout, February 20th, live on pay-per-view. I mean, look, Floyd Money Mayweather would murder Logan Paul. He would. No joke. I mean, you've seen Floyd Mayweather destroy Conor McGregor 3 years ago by 10 TKO. And come February 20th, 2021, Floyd Mayweather is going to utterly murder Logan Paul February 20th, 2020. This is a super exhibition bout, by the way, ladies and gents. So it's happening, everybody. So Floyd Mayweather is going to take on Logan Paul in a super exhibition bout, February 20th, 2021. Mark it down your calendar. If you're not yet done so, please do so on that. That will be live on pay-per-view, everybody, and that's all there is for that. So clearly, everyone saw Jake Paul just give that malicious KO to Kryptonite Nate Robinson, by the way. It's not going to happen. Look, Logan Paul's not going to do the same thing to Floyd Mayweather. He's not going to do that. No. Floyd Mayweather, he would literally destroy and completely murder Logan Paul. I'll say that right now. He will. Please, Logan Paul he's done. He's done for. No way, no how. Logan Paul's not going to upset Floyd Mayweather and give him a source. That's not going to happen. No. It's going to be Floyd Mayweather destroying Logan Paul February 20th, 2020 in the Super Exhibition bout. So I'm not sure how fans are going to feel about this, how the reign's going to be differing for sure. But my goodness. I mean, look, it could have been Floyd Mayweather taking on, I don't know, maybe Khabib, I guess. Maybe, well, there's a rematch with Conor McGregor, I guess. Or maybe, let's see. Who was? So that basically, that's all there is. Or Manny Pacquiao, I guess. But that's all there is for that. So Floyd Mayweather is going to take on Logan Paul February 20th in a Super Exhibition bout 2021. So that's all there is for that, everybody. That'll be live on pay-per-view. So that's all there is for that. You need to know, everybody, for that. And honestly, I'm not sure how you can get excited. My vote's gonna be Floyd Mayweather. He's gonna win it all. That's all there is. That's it. He's gonna punish him. He's gonna punish and bring and destroy Logan Paul's face. That's it. He will. So there you want, everybody. That's all for that. That's all there is. So Logan Paul, he's done. That's it. He's just done. Also, it's just that Brittany Matthews, she bought her a stake at the NWSL Women's Soccer League to bring a women's soccer team to KC. So that's the best news yet. This is like how the king of the Super Bowl, King Patrick Mahomes, the Super Bowl MVP, the engaged, soon to be married, Showtime girl dad Mahomes. So he was majority owned the Royals. Now Brittany Matthews, she buys a stake at an NWSL team to bring a team to KC. So that's all there's for that, everybody. Well, actually, hold on. Someone told me that any boxing match featuring Logan Paul is about free money. Yeah. So basically, that's Floyd Mayweather's comic. I'm sorry, Floyd Mayweather against Logan Paul. So I cannot believe this is actually happening. I cannot believe it. Like, really? The one thing that a lot of people pretty much are satisfied with, I guess. I mean, Floyd Mayweather is gonna literally murder. Yeah. So this is Super Exhibition bout, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. So basically, someone said they called each other and said, I'm not sure what's being said though, but clearly, how I don't understand why this is even happening. Clearly, why is this even happening? Floyd Money Mayweather is going to murder Logan Paul. Like, really, he is. He is. He will literally burn and bury Logan Paul in February 2021. That's it. Logan Paul's a dead man. Logan Paul's a dead man walking. That's it. Floyd Mayweather is going to literally punish and destroy Logan Paul. No one wants to see Logan Paul embarrass Floyd Mayweather. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Floyd Mayweather is going to punish and destroy Logan Paul February 20th, everybody. That's all there is. There is, everybody. So this is a exhibition bout. I'm not sure your fans are feeling about this, but clearly, something's got to be said. Something's got to be said about this. I mean, look, they say get that bag and all this. I mean, clearly, it says something about free money, but come on. Yeah. Yeah, any free stream, by the way. So honestly, I'm not sure how you guys are gonna feel about this. And honestly, I do not know why this even happened or how this even gonna ensue. But Floyd Moneymaker is going to punish and break Logan Paul. That's it. That's it. So, honestly, I'll be so surprised if Floyd Mayweather destroys Logan Paul, which he will. Exactly. That's all there is. And it is. So, someone's selling me $5 million for the free. Like, really? Really, guys? Really, folks? I mean, it's a free pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view, by the way. And the price is like, I'm not sure. But clearly, I know you guys. I'm not sure you guys are gonna feel about this right now. But Floyd Money Mayweather taking it to Logan Paul. I mean, come on, really? This something I thought I never thought this was gonna happen. I mean, are you serious? You can see those Instagram posts, by the way. So they say right here the first meal purchases is gonna cost $24.99. It's gonna increase to $39.99. December 29th, the price is gonna jump to $59.99, $69.99 on February 11th. I mean, clearly, look. I don't know how he gets react. I really don't know. I mean, this is all they're entitled to. Yeah. So this past week, yeah. So clearly, I mean, yes, Floyd Mayweather's he's gonna destroy Logan Paul. He is. I mean, Floyd Mayweather's 50-0. 50-0. 50-0. And you can check it out on his IG page for sure, everybody. And yeah. I don't know how you guys gonna feel about saying, gonna react to this. But some's gotta be said here, because this is just, my goodness. Fan mail boxing, but come on. Floyd Mayweather is gonna literally murder Logan Paul February 20th, 2021. That's it. He's gonna. You can say what you want, everybody. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be Floyd Mayweather's gonna punish Logan Paul. That's it. That's it. Probably in one round, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds, you name it. That's it. So that's all you got to know, right? That is all you need to know. So Floyd Mayweather is going to literally punish Logan Paul February 20th. It could be by KO. That's what it says. I hope it's not going to be a draw, much like Iron Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Even though Iron Mike Tyson did win that match, by the way. So that's all there is for that. So there's not going to be a draw. It's going to be a clear knockout by Floyd Money Mayweather taking out Logan Paul. That's it. So that's all you need to know about it. That is all you need to know just for now, everybody. That's all you need to know just for now. So that's all there's I gotta say for that, everybody. Also, ladies and gents, that MLB umpire Brian O'Neill was arrested in a sex trafficking probe. He was charged with a misdemeanor soliciting and possession, along with others at the Liberty Township Police. By the way, misdemeanor soliciting and possession criminal tools, along with others who were arrested, by the way, at the Liberty Township Liberty Township Police. I'm sorry. Liberty Township Police. So that's all there is for that, everybody. And yeah, clearly, you know, this is what got crabbed in a lot of fire. This is what got crabbed in a lot of fire. The Jupiter Police arrested for sex trafficking and prostitution, but we don't remember how that went down. But he was shoved to the charges. He's still going to face disciplinary action. I can tell you that right now. So that's all there is for that. And he could now Brian Honora here. Now he was arrested in the sex trafficking probe in Ohio. Now he's the one with one of 14 individuals who basically went online, illegally purchased a sex act. He didn't get the sex. He got nailed by the Township Police, Liberty Township Police. By the way, it all went down. Now he was arrested and charged for misdemeanor soliciting and misdemeanor possessing criminal tools. Others were arrested as well. This is what got Robert Kraft and Two Gloves Gainey arrested as well. So I'm really not looking good there. Really not looking good there. So honestly, it's a bad move. And yeah. Now and John Honora Brian Honora could be released. I could tell you that's MLB umpire. So that's all for that, everybody. That's all for that. And really not looking good there. Not looking good. I can tell you that right now. So not looking good for him. I can say that for sure. So not going to look good there. I can tell you that. Also, I'm going to get you guys to the UFC Vegas with 16 results, everybody. Louis Smolka defeats Jose Quinones by second round TKO. Ilya Topuria defeats Damon Jackson by first round KO. Jay Collier defeats Gian Valenti by unanimous decision. Jordan Leavitt defeats Matt Wyman by first round KO. Roman Delids defeats John Allen by split decision. Gabriel Benitez defeats Justin James by first round TKO. Jamahal Hill defeats Quinn St. Preux by second round TKO. And Marvin Vittori defeats Jack Hermanson by unanimous decision. So that's all there is for that, everybody, for that. And yeah, those are UFC Vegas 16 results, everybody. And that's all there is for that, everybody. That's all you need to know. So best news yet, and that's all there is. Also, ladies and gents, I want to wish happy birthdays out to the former AEW champ Jon Moxley, Sarah Barrios, Jennifer Carpenter, Con Artist of D12, Birdman Larry Bird, Johnny Bench, T.O., Young T.O., Chris Tyson, Andrea Lopez, Janabu, Lacey K. Summers, Yasiel Puig, Emily Browning, Clara Berry, J.B. Gill, Jasmine Villegas, Indy Amari, Snap Dog, Nathan Adrian, Brooke Lynette, Kwame Alexander, TJ Lavin, Pete Alonso, Fernando Vargas, Jeffrey Wright, Money Krista, Momo Money, Krista Campbell, Lady Luck, Kyle Hendricks, Robert Kubik, Emily Barrington, Caitlin Lakin, Hunter Henry, Tamerlin Cinch, Pooja Sharma, Eric Chavez, G. Garvin, Claudia Gadelha, Denon Porter, Luke Donald, Gabby Thomas, and Aaron Gray, and S80. Also, send brother wishes out to the Greek, two-time NBA MVP, the Greek Freak, Johnny Sellout, Lindsay. Also, send brother wishes out to Dead or Alive's Tina Armstrong, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition 5's Ibuki as well. Brother wishes out to two-time NBA MVP, Greek Freak, Johnny Sellout, Lindsay Price, A Boogie with a Hoodie, Stormy Henley, Dolce Maria, Sabrina Ionescu, Jason Reynolds, April Love Geary, Shelby Tribble, Sarah Rafferty, Mark Clark, Wilmarty, Sena, Molly Gordon, Rachel Dolly, Katie Aubert, Adam Eaton, Cynthia Dicker, Tay Smooth, Alicia Machado, Tiffany Thomas, Georgia Horsley, Tony Horton, Coco Vandewee, Darrell Jackson, Deshaun Barber, Susie Wolf, Rachel Atherton, Sophia Hyatt, Francisca Undaraga, Kenny O'Donnell, John Spolver, Todd Duffy, Jose Contreras, Royler, Gracie, Rowena King, Morgan Van Peebles. So pretty much, so send your birthday wishes, your birthday shouts, your birthday tweets, everybody as well. Birthday shouts, birthday tweets, birthday shouts, birthday tweets, everybody. That's all you guys got to know for now, and that's pretty much all there is. So you guys got to know just for now, everybody. And that's all you need to know. So basically, that will be all there is to it for that. And yeah, that will say it all. That will say it all right there. So you know. Well, ladies and gents, that will do it right there for the Khalil Howard Sports Board. Like, subscribe to the Khalil Howard Sports Board YouTube channel on Facebook, but any and all means necessary. Be sure you send me your comments, tweets, your reaction, your thoughts on the G-Men getting a big win, getting their win against the Seahawks. By the way, 17-12 win. Let me know in the comments which reaction your thoughts are. I'll be more than happy to address responses, everybody, on that as well. And that's all there is for that. What are your thoughts on the War Games results from last night? Let me know about that for sure in the comment section down below. I'll address responses. What are your thoughts on the Floyd Money Mayweather taking on Logan Paul in a Super Exhibition battle February 20th, 2021? Let me know if you guys want to see Floyd Mayweather bash Logan Paul's face in on that day as well. Let me know in the comments what your reaction thoughts about this are. I will address the sponsors for sure everybody on that as well. Your thoughts on Greg Williams being released after that pathetic blitz call that he made. What are your thoughts about that? I'll address sponsors. You think that Adam Gates can be the next guy to be released from the Jets? Let me know about that Jets coach, by the way. Let me know thoughts about that in the comment section. I'll address sponsors for sure everybody on that as well. Your thoughts on Championship results, let me know about that for sure in the comment section down below. I'll address sponsor for sure. What are your thoughts on the Aaron Rodgers throwing 400 pass touchdowns after their 30-16 win against the Eagles? Packers 30-16 win against Packers win against the Eagles. By the way, thoughts about that? I'll just sponsor for sure. Even though the Rams defeated the Cardinals 30-20 in that game, though, for sure. So what are your thoughts about that for sure? I'll just sponsor that. Send your brother wishes out to the Greg Frigg. Send your brother wishes out to former AEW champ John Moxley, Sarah Bareilles, Jennifer Carpenter, Con Arthur D12, Emily Browning, Claire Berry, Kyle Hendricks, Robert Kubich, Hunter Henry. Thoughts about that? What are your thoughts on King LeBron James rocking a COVID mask while riding his black Porsche 918 Spider ride with costing Angel $45K? What thoughts about that? I'll just sponsor for sure. We thoughts on the UFC regular result, 18-16 results. Let me know about the comment section down below. Thoughts on Errol Spence Jr. retaining his both titles against Danny Garcia. What thoughts about that? I'll just sponsor for sure, but as well, I'll respond and address to that. Also, sorry about this, guys. Also, Vontae's Perfect was arrested and charged on a misdemeanor battery charge after he attacked a security guard over a secret pizza dispute. Like, really? A secret pizza dispute? They're trying to figure. I mean, this is in Vegas this past week, so that's why he was arrested. By the way, so if you guys want to know what Vontae's Perfect was arrested for, he was arrested for attacking a security guard over some secret pizza dispute. By the way, it's some sort of restaurant in Vegas. By the way, so that's all there is for that. So Vontae's Perfect was arrested and charged on a misdemeanor battery charge for attacking a security guard while searching for over a secret pizza dispute. By the way, as well. If he's convicted of these charges, if Vontae's Perfect is convicted of this charge, he gets jail time for good. So that's not looking good there. Your thoughts on the homeless perpetrator being arrested and charged who was trespassing on Tampa Bay, Tom Brady and Giselle's Brookline mansion, by the way. Repercussions are going to await him. Let me know in the comments what your let me know for sure. I'll just respond to them. Sure. You think Raquel Gonzalez is going to be next in line? Is going to get her NXT Women's Title opportunity against Io Shirai down the road? Let me know about that in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to just sponsor for sure, but on that as well. I got to know just for now on that. We thought some Brittany Matthews buying a stake for the NWSL to have a women's soccer team at KC, by the way. We thought some break dancing or breaking, skateboarding, surfing, rock climbing, May Sports for the 2024 Paris Olympics. What are your thoughts about that? I'll just sponsor for sure, but that as well. That's all you need to know. I about more breaking news, times live, other similar stories, and much more in the clothes, sports board, everything sports related, everything you know. That's all I say, bro. Take care, everybody. You guys have a good evening. Please be safe out there. Bye bye.